Welcome to the Way of Mastery. I'm Earl Purdy, and I'm here to do the Way of Mastery with you. It's okay to go deep with me here on Facebook Live. We are going to we want to let you know you are in the most important journey anyone can ever take. You are in the most important journey anyone can take. The Way of Mastery on page 277. 277 in the Way of Transformation. In the Way of Transformation. Page 277 in the Way of Mastery. Welcome to the Way of Mastery. This is Earl Purdy. We're going to be on lesson 23 in the Way of Transformation, the Voice for Love, and the section called You Are in the Most Important Journey That Anyone Can Ever Take. On page 277 in the Way of Transformation, lesson 23, the Voice for Love. You don't have to believe the ideas. You don't have to accept the ideas. You don't have to even welcome the ideas. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of the ideas you are going to find hard to believe. And some of the ideas you are going to find may be quite startling. You are not asked to analyze the ideas at all. It's the use of the ideas that will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. We're going to be on page 277 in the Way of Transformation, in the Way of Mastery. I'm going to get this up on my iPad so I can see your comments while I'm teaching and so I can respond to the comments. So take this opportunity to take a deep breath, let go of the world, let go of your concerns of the world. Give yourself an opportunity. Give yourself an opportunity to take your mind off of the things of the world and go deep, deep, deep into your spiritual identity. Take a breath, take a breath. Let go of the world and all of your concerns around the world and say, I'm ready to go into another perception of reality. It's time for you to go to another perception of reality. Let's go to another perception of reality together right now, because that is what we are here for. Let's go to another perception of reality, because that's what we're here for. We're going to be on page 277, and the section is called You Are in the Most Important Journey That Anyone Can Ever Take. That's the name of the section. You are in the most important journey anyone can ever take. Say that to yourself. I am in the most important journey anyone can ever take. Say it with me. I am in the most important journey anyone could ever take. I am in the most important journey anyone can ever take. Say that to yourself. I am in the most important journey that anyone can ever take. Yes, I am in the most important journey that anyone can ever take. I am in the most important journey anyone can ever take. That's what the lesson is. Okay, mighty companions, I'm glad that you're online. I hope you will share the video online. I hope you will follow the Earl Purdy page so that you can be notified anytime I'm doing a live broadcast. I also want you to know that I am so glad to be here with you. You have no idea. Our time together is very, 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 very important to me. It's beyond what I can put into words, how important it is to me to be with my mighty companions. So I'm more interested in hearing clearly what Yeshua is saying to us than I am in worrying about whether or not I covered a lot of pages. So you all who've been watching a while, you know that's true. I'm much more about the hearing of it than I am about speeding along and just reading it like we're reading a book. What I want to do is bring it to life. I'm looking at all your comments. I'm greeting each and every one of you, especially you. And so here is the first paragraph. You know how I do it. First I read it, and then we go back through it line by line to get what it's telling us. So here we go. You are in the most important journey that anyone can ever take, a journey without distance to a goal that has never changed. You're on a journey without distance to a goal that has never changed, even into a place that is unchangeable forever. You have undertaken the journey from illusion to reality. That is what you've done. You have undertaken the journey from illusion to reality, from fear to love, from false power through manipulation, through image, through conforming to the world, to true power, resting in the mind of Christ, the mind of love, being a conduit for that which awakens the sonship. Every function is equal to those who have chosen such discipleship. Every function is equal. Understand then that wherever you are right now, as you read or listen to these words, wherever you are right now, you are in the perfect place at the perfect moment. You are in the perfect place at the perfect moment. You are in the perfect place at the perfect moment. Say that to yourself. I am in the perfect place at the perfect moment. Say it with me. I am in the perfect place at the perfect moment. I am in the perfect place. I am in the perfect place at the perfect moment. I am in the perfect place. I am in the perfect place at the perfect moment. I am in the perfect place at the perfect moment. Say it to yourself. I am in the perfect place at the perfect moment. So that's what's happening right now. We're at the perfect place. We're in the perfect place at the perfect moment. You're in the perfect place at the perfect moment with me right now. And I'm in the perfect place in the perfect moment with you right now. That's where we are. That's where we are. Okay, so the first two paragraphs said that you're on the most important. Do you know that you're on the most important journey that anyone can take? And do you know that you're on a journey without distance to a goal that's never changed? We're going into a place that never changes forever. We're going to a place that is never, 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 never fearful, never frightening. forever. We're those souls that know that there's more than what we are seeing and more than what we are experiencing. And it's okay if you seem weird because you're not agreeing with the beliefs of the world. It just means you're sane. And in an insane world, sane people seem like they are insane. In an insane world, sane beings seem like they are insane. In an insane world, sane beings seem as though they are insane. In an insane world. Okay, let me get this up. My ego is doing what it usually does, trying to come up with something to distract me while I'm doing this. The monitoring that I was doing just blanked out a second. Let me get this back on. So just expect that sometimes there's going to be things that are going to come up to try to distract us from connecting with each other. That's how I know this stuff is true, because the ego mind always tries to block anything that we're doing to join in truth. So all of a sudden, monitoring you so that I could respond to you, it just blanked out. Okay, here we go. We'll see if we can bring it back. All right. Okay, it's back. I love how predictable my ego is. So let me go back to what I was saying. And I'm on page 277, and I'm glad you're here live with me so that you can follow along with me. So what kind of journey have we undertaken? Well, Yeshua says in the Way of Mastery that we are going from illusion to reality. We're going from what's false to what's real. We are going from being in a state that causes fear to a state that's only love. We are going to let go of false power. False power comes from trying to manipulate everything and everybody around you. We're no longer going to do that. We are also no longer going to go from false power through image, through conforming to the world. I really like that one, that we are not going to conform to the world. The Course in Miracles says that the world is false perception. So we're not going to conform to the world, which means we're not going to conform to false perception. And it also says we're going to rest in the mind of Christ. And the Christ is our true self, our true divine self, our real self that's beyond our personality, our real self that's beyond the body. That is the Christ self. The Christ self is our spiritual identity. The self is we were created by the Creator that created us. Also, the Way of Mastery says we're going to be a conduit. And what are we going to be a conduit for? We're going to be a conduit. We're going to be a conduit for that which wakes up everyone. You see, I want to be a conduit. A conduit is like a hose, and you know, and the water represents the love, the spirit, God. So you are the hose, and you allowing yourself to be the hose, and you are allowing the water that is God, that is love, that is spirit, that is really your true identity to come through it. So your physical personality, your body, that's the hose. Spirit, love, God, you are the water. So some of us, if we have false beliefs, if we have anger, guilt, grievances, if we have the idea that we are separate, that's like having a kink in the hose, H-O-S-E. And so the Way of Mastery, A Course in Miracles, and other divine texts, they help us get rid of the kink in our hose so that the water of love and spirit and truth can come through. And then the next paragraph says, every function is equal to those who have chosen such discipleship. So you have a function that no one else can feel. You have a function. You have a function, and that function is bigger than the role that you're playing in the world. It's bigger than the role of mother, father, teacher, doctor, plumber, construction worker, a company owner, man, woman. You have a function. You were born for a reason. You are important. You are very important to the healing and the right-mindedness of everyone. And each one of us has an equal function. Your function is equal to mine. Do you know that my function is equal to yours? Your function is equal to everybody else's function. Understand then that wherever you are right now, Wherever you are right now, in whatever situation you're in right now, you're in the perfect place at the perfect moment. The way of mastery says over and over again that whether you realize it or not, the once you actively got conscious enough to call spirit into your life, then you actually are now in the right place at the right time, at the right moment. That's where you are right now. And don't doubt that. Here are some of the comments I'm hearing from you. One comment is from Diana, says, beautiful. I rest in the mind of Christ, no longer going to conform to false perception. Joanne says, Christ is our true self. So whenever you hear the word Christ, you could just say, my true self. Tell you, this top looks like a call for God right now. You know how important it is that you look good. Let's see. All right, here we go. Okay. And Dana says, can do it. And Dana says, we're not going to conform to false perception. We are not going to conform to false perception. Another comment is, our blocks are like kinks in our holes. Ideas of separation, kinks in the garden holes of divine truth. Another comment is, I need to unkink my holes also. Another comment is, our function is more important than the roles we play. I cannot emphasize it enough. Dana, thanks for repeating that. Our function is more important than the roles we play. I'm definitely in the right place at the right time is another comment. Kathy says, Kathy, you are in the perfect place right here, right now. Be certain of this. Yes, Kathy. Be certain of that. No matter what's happening, you're in the right place at the right time to learn the lessons that God would have you learn. Thank you, Joanne, for letting me know that the top looks okay. I love y'all have the correct perception of my communication device. Because I'm actually invisible, and you're actually invisible. Did you know that? When you're looking at a person's body, you're not looking at the person. When you're looking at a person's body, you're not looking at the person. I'm not my body. You are not your body. I'm not this body. You are not your body. You are unlimited. You are unlimited spiritual consciousness. What you are, who you are, is invisible. And so I'm just want my communication device to be looking good. Yeah. Then let's go to the next paragraph. It says, and so what? Let's go to the next paragraph. It says, therefore, follow along with me on page 277 in the section, you are in the most important journey anyone can ever take. Notice that it doesn't say you are on the most important journey anyone can ever take. It says you are in the most important journey anyone could ever take. Therefore, indeed, bless the moment as you find it. For this moment serves two purposes. One purpose, it is the perfect context for your awakening from illusion. And at the very same moment, it is offering you the opportunity to cultivate your skill at being a conduit for the voice for love. These two sides of one coin exist fully in the presence of each of your ordinary moments. So what is the point in this paragraph? Well, we are being told that every moment that you're in is serving two purposes. Every moment that you're in is serving two purposes. So there are two purposes to every moment. There are two purposes to every moment. The first purpose is, in any given moment, you're given the opportunity to wake up to what's true. So each moment gives you the opportunity to wake up to love, to wake up from illusion, and to wake up from false ideas. So this time that we're spending together right now is giving us the opportunity to wake up from illusion, to wake up from false ideas. And then the second purpose in this moment is that it's giving you the opportunity to cultivate your skills. So every moment gives you ability to cultivate your skill. Now, what is the skill that you are cultivating? You are cultivating your skill at being a conduit for love's voice. Every moment gives me another opportunity to be better at channeling God. Every moment gives me the opportunity to be better at channeling love. And every moment gives me the opportunity to wake up to the truth. Every moment has two purposes. One purpose of the moment is to give you the opportunity to wake up to the real truth. The second purpose of any moment is to give you the opportunity to cultivate the skill of being a perfect channel or a perfect conduit for the voice of love to come through. So that's what I'm doing with you right now. I'm cultivating my skill at being a channel for the course, a channel for the way of mastery, a channel for love. And I'm also using this moment because I'm studying the way of mastery. I'm using this moment to wake up from illusion, from the ego, and from false ideas. And you're doing the same thing. In this moment, we get another opportunity to hear the real truth. And in this moment, we get another opportunity to hone our skills at being channels for love and to do our function. Okay, so comments are, my function is more important than the roles I play. I am not this body. I am in the journey. I am the breath of creation, creating like the creator. Another comment is, I am in an opportunity to wake up. The other comment that I'm seeing is I'm given the opportunity to wake up to truth, and I'm given the opportunity to cultivate my skills as a conduit. Another comment is, every moment gives me the opportunity to wake up to the truth or to cultivate my love skills. Every moment is magnificent. Each is an opportunity to be a perfect channel for love is another comment. And another comment is, I feel so blessed for these consistent opportunities. Do you realize how blessed we are to have each other? Do you realize how blessed we are to be able to, that we are using technology to come together the way that we are, no matter where we are located? To me, that's the beauty of technology. You can use technology to put yourself to sleep, or you can use technology to wake yourself up. Everything in the world is neutral. Everything in the world is neutral. It just depends on what you want to use it for. And we can either use everything in the world to wake us up, or we can use everything in the world to put us to sleep. So there are two purposes to every moment. One purpose is to use every moment to wake up to the truth. The other purpose is to become a better lover. Yes, basically, every moment you're either becoming a better lover, or every moment you can use that moment to wake up and to remember the truth. And let me tell you, you all are the best lovers I've ever had. You're the best lovers I've ever experienced. And I hope I'm the best lover you have ever experienced. We're all trying to be lovers for each other, to allow the voice of love to come through us in this moment. That's what we're supposed to be doing in this moment, and awakening to the truth of who we are in every moment. That's why I do Facebook Live. I could just do videos and don't do it live and just upload them. So I want you to know that I'm so grateful for those of you who see this as valuable enough to actually join in live at 7 p.m. Mountain Time every Tuesday evening on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. I'm so happy that this is a priority for you to do that, as well as I'm grateful for whoever's watching the replays. Okay, let's go to the next. He says, these two sides of one coin exist fully in the presence of each of your ordinary moments. So these opportunities to wake up to the truth and to be a channel for love, they exist all the time in every moment that we have and in every moment that we spend with each other. So let's go to the next paragraph. The next paragraph is on page 278 in The Way of Transformation, and it starts off with rest assured. Let me read it and then go through it. Rest assured as you come to trust, the voice for love, as one born of spirit, as one who lives as the wind. If it is time for you to release certain forms, if it is time for you to release certain forms, career, relationship, clothing, furniture, what have you, if it is time for you to release certain forms, you will know it in an instant. If it is time for you to release certain forms, career, relationship, clothing, furniture, what have you, you will know it in an instant. You will know it in an instant. You simply know. You simply know if it's time for you to release certain forms. For revelation is knowledge. For revelation is knowledge. 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 Knowledge is immediate. Knowledge is immediate. Knowledge is immediate. Knowledge is immediate. It is not translated through a whole lot of thinking in the mind. Knowledge, hear that. Knowledge is not translated through a whole lot of thinking in the mind. So knowledge doesn't come from a whole lot of analyzing in the mind. That's why I don't spend a lot of time analyzing these ideas. I try to spend no time, actually, analyzing these ideas with you. My focus is on us hearing what it's saying, because remembering the truth is the most important thing you can do about the truth. Remembering the new way of looking at things, that's the most important thing you can do. Your understanding is not a powerful contribution to the truth. Your understanding is not a powerful contribution to the truth. The Course in Miracles says, your understanding is not a powerful contribution to the truth. Your understanding does not make the truth true. What's important is to remember. To remember what? Well, remember that you're in the right place at the right time. Remember that there are only two purposes in any moment. Remember that every moment gives you the opportunity to wake up. Remember, every moment gives you the opportunity to become a better conduit. So remember, 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 remember. It's not about analyzing. It's not about your understanding. It's not even about your agreement. It's about remembering. If you remember the truth will save you. If you remember the truth will bless you. If you remember the truth will solve everything that you think is happening in your life that's causing you pain. It's not about your understanding. It's not about your analyzing. Knowledge is immediate. It is not translated through a whole lot of thinking in the mind. That's why we choose to say that it is through the heart that one knows the immediate will of love. It is through the heart. It's not through the mind. It's not through the intellect that you know God's will, that you know love's will. It's through the heart. It's through the heart. You have to do this through the heart. It has to be a joining of the mind and heart. It's through the heart that one knows the immediate will of love. If you want to know the immediate will of God, you know it through the heart. So what did that paragraph say? So what did it tell us? That paragraph told us that we should rest assured. Rest assured of what? You should be rest assured that you can come to trust a loving voice. You can trust the voice for love. Because anybody that's the voice for love, that's someone that's born of spirit. That's someone who is born of spirit. And if it's time for you to release a job, do you know that if it's time for you to release a relationship, do you know that if it's time for you to release clothing, furniture, do you know that if it's time for you to release anything, you will know it. You won't be pondering, you won't be wondering. You will know if it's time for you to release that career or job, you will absolutely know it. If it's time for you to let go of that relationship, you won't be going back and forth. You will know it. Whatever it is that you're being divinely led to release, you are going to know it. You will simply know it. Because do you know that revelation is knowledge? Do you know that knowledge is immediate? When you know something, you know it. And when you know something, you don't doubt it. When you know something, you're not uncertain. When you know something, you are absolutely certain about it. When you know something, you are certain about it. It's not going to be your analyzing part of your mind that's going to be your guide. It's not the analyzing part of your mind that's going to heal you. The Course says, it says, that is why we choose to say that it's through the heart that one knows the immediate will of love. It's through the heart. So I'm open to questions as well as comments. Just put a big Q up there so I can see the question if it's about what we're talking about. So here are some of the comments that you're making so that people who don't see the comments can hear what Spirit is channeling through you as well. I'm glad that most of you are using your comments to repeat what's being said, to help affirm what Spirit is telling us right now. One comment is, I'm willing to remember the truth that is true always through the heart. Remember, 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 and use these ideas. Another comment is, the heart holds the key. Another one, it is through the heart that one sees correctly. Another comment is, I trust the voice for love. We can truly rest assured that the voice for love is trustworthy. Analyzing is paralyzing. I love that, Kim. That's a great comment. All these comments are great, but that's a great rhyme. Analyzing is paralyzing. Analyzing is paralyzing. Analyzing is paralyzing. We ought to all make that a mantra, especially when it comes to studying the truth. Analyzing is paralyzing. Analyzing is paralyzing. Yes, yes, yes. I trust the voice of love. I know it in my heart. That's another comment. Here are other comments. Absolutely certain. Knowledge is absolutely certain. Knowledge is absolutely certain. Another comment is, I trust the voice for love. I trust the voice for love. I trust the voice for love. Analyzing is paralyzing. Analyzing sometimes makes you more confused. Brooke, let me tell you something. Analyzing definitely makes you more confused. Analyzing is just a way of losing the meaning of what's being said. That's all analyzing does. It's just a trick of the ego to keep us from accepting the truth. Hopefully anybody that's studying the way of mastery on a regular basis is someone who's decided that they're ready to do this and hear this. So let's go to the next paragraph. Ready? Let's go. As you practice letting go of that which you once valued, as you practice letting go of that which you once valued, as you practice letting go of that which you once valued, you will discover that it gets easier and easier. You will discover that it gets easier and easier and easier and easier. When you will discover that it gets easier and easier as you practice letting go of that which you once valued. You will discover that it gets what? Easier and easier. With each experience of letting go, with each experience of letting go, you find yourself carried in ways that you could never comprehend, or create yourself into new formats. new context in which you own your own wisdom awakens even deeper. My own wisdom awakens even deeper. My own wisdom awakens even deeper. That's what happens. That's what happens. So what did that paragraph say to us? That paragraph says to us that how do you discover that things are getting easier and easier? How do you discover that things are getting easier and easier? Well, the way that you discover that things are getting easier and easier is to practice letting go of everything that you valued. Let go of everything that you valued in your life that's based on any kind of fear or separation or guilt. As you practice letting go of your ego, and your ego is nothing but old concepts based on the idea of just being human only, or just a body only, or separate, or guilty, or not enough. When you let go of your story, as you practice letting go of your story, you will discover that things get easier and easier. As you practice letting go of your story, that which you once valued, you will discover what? That it gets easier and easier. So it just told us how we can allow things to get easier and easier. You can allow things to get easier by letting go of what you once valued. And let's face it, the thing that we tend to value the most is our story. So you will discover that it gets easier and easier as you let go of your story. Do you know what happens with each experience of letting go? It says that with each experience of letting go, you will find yourself carried. Would you like to be carried? You know, would you like to be picked up and carried to your happiness? Well, it says right here, with each experience of letting go of what? That which you once valued. What's going to happen? You're going to find yourself carried. How are you going to be carried? In ways that you could never comprehend. So give it up. You're going to be carried in ways you're not going to understand. Let go of your belief that you have to understand everything. Let go. You don't have to understand the laws of aerodynamics to fly a jet or to take an airplane to another city. You don't sit up in the plane trying to figure out how the plane is flying usually. You're probably doing something like chilling out, cooling out, probably sleeping or resting, because the aircraft is carrying you to your destination. Well, that's true about your spiritual destinations. You have to let the love in you, the God in you, the Spirit in you carry you to that destination. And let go of your desire to understand everything. And let yourself use each moment as a tool for you to wake up to the truth. And use every moment as an opportunity for you to become a better lover, to be able to be a better conduit. That's your ticket. All you need is a ticket to get on the aircraft. And the ticket to get on the spiritual aircraft that will take you to places you cannot possibly imagine in happiness. It's for you to practice the stuff that we're being told to do. And we're being told to let go of the things we once valued. Your job is to let go of your ego and your story. Your job is to use every moment to let the blocks be removed that keep you from being a loving being. Your job is to use every moment to wake up. But you are going to be carried in ways, it says right here, that you could never comprehend or create yourself. So you're going to be carried in ways you can't create. Give it up. To go to the next level of consciousness of joy and peace in God, you cannot create it. Not the you that thinks you're separate and a human being, you are not the self. That is not the self that's going to take you to the next level of comprehension and love and abundance. Your little human identity, the idea that you're a body that dies, that's separate from everyone, that's concerned with career and special relationships and all the roles you play in the world, that is not the self that's going to take you to the next level of joy and happiness. As a matter of fact, that self can't even comprehend the ways of God. You will not comprehend the ways of the Creator. But you will find that if you're willing to let go of your desire to be right, that you will be carried in ways beyond your wildest imagination, that life will get easier and easier and easier and easier. You will be moved into new formats. You will be moved into what? New contexts. And so what's going to happen in those contexts? It says, your own wisdom awakens even deeper. Your own wisdom will awaken even deeper. So here are some comments. I so need to hear this. New formats, new contexts, where my own wisdom awakens in it deeper. Here are comments. I am so grateful to know I cannot fail. It will just get easier and easier. I need to let go of my story. Let me be carried to my happiness. I will give up my story, and I will be so much easier to carry. That's right. I am being carried in ways I don't understand. I am loved that. I am loved that, and I chose to remember that. Yes, God, I am so happy you carry me. These are all comments. I love your comments. I'm so happy that you carry me in ways I cannot understand for my benefit. Let me hear this now. Let me hear this now. Yes, yes, let me hear this now. I want to be happy more than I want to be right. I want to be happy more than I want to be right. What a great comment. That's absolutely, absolutely, absolutely true. Oh boy, do I need to hear this tonight. Oh boy, do I need to hear this tonight. These are all comments from my beautiful, mighty companion. I notice my mind refers back to the truth more swiftly now when I'm in my ego. That's so good to know. That's what's going to happen more and more. Sarah says, divine timing as always, Earl. I am surrendering resistance and letting go of my story. Let go of your story. Your ego is your story. Another comment, I am willing to let go of needing to be right and let go of my story. Agreed. Don't you feel the power of what we are doing? Don't you feel the power of what you're doing? I love to use rhythm and music and truth because I don't want to have another class that's just talking heads. I'm not interested in being just a talking head teacher, even though there are people who actually totally innocently need talking head teachers, because we all have different ways of learning. And I learn best when there is juice and soul and truth and heart and feeling. And I know my style and my way of doing things as a teacher is not for everyone, and it's not supposed to be for everyone. I have a chosen special function. I'm a messenger for a certain group of people that Holy Spirit, God, sends to listen to what and watch my classes and videos. You have a special function, and therefore there are people that are going to be sent into your experience that benefit through you. So let's go to the next paragraph. The opportunity to be of service expands and grows as though you stepped from a small room in a house into a large ballroom and realized this is much better than where I was before. This is much better than where I was before. It is not that you have failed when something ends. It is not that you have failed when something ends. For in truth, you cannot fail. You cannot fail. In truth, there are no endings. In truth. In truth, there are no endings except in illusions. There are no endings except in illusions. There are no endings. So that paragraph says, as you keep on doing what you're doing, did you know what's going to happen? It says it's going to be like stepping from a small room in a house into a ballroom. As you keep on learning how to be better conduits of love, as you learn how to be better lovers, your life is going to be like moving from a small room to a ballroom, from a small room to a ballroom, from a small room to a ballroom. You are moving from a small room to a ballroom. You're moving from a small room to a ballroom. Are you ready to do that? You're moving from a small room to a ballroom. Are you ready to do that? You're moving from a small room to a ballroom. Are you ready to do that? You're moving from a small room to a ballroom of love. You're moving from a small room to a ballroom of love. You're moving from a small room to a ballroom of love. And what are you going to say when you move into the greater ballroom? It says, this is much, you're going to say, this is much better than where I was before. This is a much better relationship than I've ever had before. This is a much better situation than I've ever had before. This is a more peaceful situation than I've ever had before. This is a happier situation than I've ever had before. That's how you can tell if you move from the small room to the ballroom of God. Move from the small room to the ballroom. You're going to go from the small room to the ballroom of love. And how will you know when you've done it? You will know because you're going to say, guess what? Oh, my life is so much better than it was before. My life is so much better than it was before. My life is so much better than it was before. My life is so much better than it was before. That's how you would know when you move from the small room to the ballroom. It's time for you to move from the small room to the ballroom. And then that paragraph says something else on page 278 that was off the chain. Do you want to hear? Do you want to be reminded? It says, you haven't failed because some relationship ended or some job ended or some situation ended. It didn't mean that you failed because you can't fail. The only time anything can end is in an illusion, in a false idea. That's the only time that anything can end. Comments. Me too, Earl. Let's sing it. Music and rhythm is your loving style. I got to do it that way. You know, I got to do it that way. Music awakens your intuitive spiritual self in a way that just reason and logic never will. And when you hear something in a rhythm, you hear it better and it stays with you longer. So here are the comments. One of the comments is, this is so much better than where I was before. Hallelujah. When something ends, it is not that I've failed. That makes my heart sing. Ballroom blitz, bring it on. Yep. From that small room to the ballroom. I'm ballroom dancing with love. I'm ready for the dance of love. I'm moving from a small room to the ballroom of love. We are moving to a ballroom and kicking up our heels in love. I love these comments. My life is so much better than it was before. Yes, Raj, get funky. Yeah. Amen. Endings are only in illusions. 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 Yes, music opens up the infinitude. Music opens up the infinitude. So take a breath with me. Take a breath with me. Let me get a little sip of water. I'm in a good mood. It's really moving me. I hope it's moving you, so I'm going to keep going. So let's listen to the last two paragraphs of the section. You are in the most important journey anyone can ever take. Make a decision to view, it says right here, in the lessons that follow, we will speak much about the importance and distinction of content and form. We're going to talk about the difference between content and form. We will look at those two sides of the coin and help to illuminate your mind. Help to illuminate your mind and understanding that it is content that always matters, and the form is secondary. Form is what is birthed in time, and what is birthed in time ends in time. The Way of Mastery says what is birthed in time ends. What is birthed in time ends in time. Even the body had a beginning and will therefore have an end. Yet when the body, it is given over to the voice for love, the body's purpose becomes timeless, endless, for the body begins to express only content. Okay, so what did the Way of Mastery just tell us? Well, we're going to go into some new lessons, and the new lessons that we're going to go into is going to teach us the difference between content and form, mind and body, what's in the mind and what's in form. We got to learn the difference between content and form. And it also says that one of the distinctions is that form is something that is born in time. A body is a form. Every physical thing is a form. Everything you see in perception is a form. Everything that you see with the physical eyes is a form. So form is anything that has been born in time. The body was born in time, and so the body is form. Anything that is made is form. Anything in the world of perception is form. And this is do you know what people really don't really like to think about? It says, what is birth in time ends. But where does it end? It ends in time. So do you know that since your body had a beginning and your body was born in time, your body is going to end. The body is going to end. You just as well get that one. Even though we try to avoid the realization of that. The body is going to end because the body was born in time, and what is born in time will end. So what do you do with the body? Well, he says you give the body over to God, love. You want your body to be used as the voice for love. You want your body to be used for the voice of God, the voice of love, the voice of freedom to speak through. Right now, I know my body is going to end. And it's always funny to me when people say age is just a number. No, in a sense, I can see that. But when you get to be the age that my body is, then you do. If you are not in denial, then you do start thinking about the fact that your body is going to end. And so when you recognize that your body is going to end, that's not a morbid thought. If you've been working on, like I have, the realization that I'm a spiritual being in a physical body. So, yes, the body is going to end. So what is it that I want to do with my body? Well, it says right here. When you give your body over to the voice for love, then your body's purpose becomes eternal and endless. And then when you get that your body does end one day, do you know that you will want to use your body to express only content? And so there are only two contents that you can use your body for. Your body is a communication device. My friend Demola and I, we often, when we're together and we're looking around and we see bodies, and let's say we see attractive bodies, we'll go, that's a communication device. We constantly remind ourselves that that body is not that person. That person is the content within that body. A lot of times when you're in a male body, and you've been programmed the way that the male ego is programmed, you'll have a tendency to look at the female body, the female communication device, as the female. And the truth is, the female body is just a communication device. It's the mind of that female. That's the person. That spirit is the person. So more and more, I'm having to let go of what I used to value as the primary thing to focus on in looking at a form. So it's nothing wrong with looking at beautiful communication devices. But if you get in the habit of calling the body a communication device, it will help you go to the next level of consciousness where you realize that that person is not that body. That person is that mind and consciousness that's functioning through that body. That's what and who you're really going to be in relationship with. Do you know that that means that all of us are invisible? If you're looking at this body while you're watching this video, you are not looking at Earl Purdy. You're looking at my communication device. And I like for my communication device to look good, to be healthy. So actually, once you realize your body is a communication device, you'll take better care of it. Because like any device in the world, it has to be maintained, just like your car has to be maintained. And so you would start to be more conscious of the health of your body while realizing that you are not your body. But you would not neglect it. If anything, you would be more loving and nurturing towards it. And so we need to understand your body is not going to last forever. I don't care how much you may do affirmations. I don't care how much you go into denial about it. I don't care what you eat, drink, smoke, or don't smoke, or whatever you do with your body. It's not going to last forever. There's nothing you can do to make a body be eternal. It's a form. It's born in time. Whether you want to accept it or not doesn't make any difference. Your understanding and acceptance does not make something true or untrue. The truth is true. The body is born in time. The body is going to end in time. And so we need to get really, 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 really clear that we have to make a decision. We have to make the decision of what am I going to use my body for? I'm going to either use my body to be a messenger of love and peace and innocence and freedom and God, or I'm going to use my body as a voice for fear and anger and guilt and separation and victimhood. I'm going to either use my body for my story, or I'm going to use my body for God's glory. I'm going to use my body for my story, or I'm going to use my body for God's glory, love's glory. The decision is yours. The decision is yours. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick review of this section. I've decided that this next section is too powerful to rush through it, and we need to integrate what we've heard so far. So I'm going to do a review. But before I do that, I'd like to say to you that I love you and I appreciate you tuning in to my classes and my videos. If you like to support, I would appreciate the support of my teaching ministry. I'm a full-time teacher. And if you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation for what you received, then please go to my website, earlpurdy.com. That's P-U-R-D-Y, earlpurdy.com. I truly, truly, truly appreciate your financial support of my teaching ministry. I'm available for you to use my almost 40 years of working with people, helping them get past their blocks and practice these truths and getting rid of their anger, guilt, grievances in the past through what I call my clarity sessions, which also allows me, for those who are open, to use my also almost 40 years of skills in sharing astrology and numerology. I call it astrology for the soul, numerology for the soul. If you're open to it, then I share that. Go to my website, earlpurdy.com. It explains all of my services. I also do coaching and mentoring. I'm here to help you. I'm here to be truly helpful. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of me. Use me. Don't be stuck. Okay? Okay? Please sign up on my contact list. Many of you have not gone to my website and signed up for my contact list. I'm going to be doing private online classes and groups very soon. Small groups of interaction with me on Zoom where we will be interacting with each other in a deeper way. If you want to know about these things, go to my website and sign up for my contact list. Let's go deeper together. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's use each moment the way it should be used. Spread the word. I need you. Word of mouth. It's the best kind of advertising. I do my next class, the Hardcore Course in Miracles class, on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I do a Course in Miracles class in front of a live audience and on Facebook Live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time on the Earl Purdy page. And then on Tuesdays, I do the Way of Mastery at 7 p.m. Mountain Time on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. You don't have to be a member of Facebook in order to watch my classes. All you have to do is go to www.facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live. www.facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live. And I have hundreds of videos available for you to watch on my website and audios for free right now. And I also have hundreds of videos on YouTube. So when you go to YouTube, and then you're going to see lots of videos. I am trying to the best of my ability to be used as a conduit for God and the truth. That's why I'm on the planet. That's why I was born, and that's also why you were born. For the same reason. For the same reason. So let's do our review right quick. Okay? You are on the most important journey that anyone could ever take. Here we go. Do you know that you're on Did you know that you're on a journey without distance to a goal that's never changed? You are going from what's not true to what is true. You are going from fear to love, from separation to oneness. You have to stop conforming to the world. Even if people say you're crazy, just be quiet and they won't think you're crazy. When people are thinking you're crazy and resisting you, you're probably talking to the wrong people. Be quiet and just live it and apply it. Be quiet 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 and apply it. You are a conduit. Let your hose be unkinked. You have an equal function. You are as important as anyone else. There's no one else more important than you. Do you know that you're in the perfect place, in the perfect moment? Every moment that you're in, it serves two purposes. Every moment gives you the opportunity to wake up from your false ideas and wake up from the teachings of the world and to wake up to love and God. Every moment gives you another opportunity to be a conduit. I like to say a can-do-it for love. You are a can-do-it for love. You are a can-do-it for love. I am a can-do-it for love. You are a can-do-it for love. Thank you, Jeanette. You are a can-do-it for love. Now, you're being given the opportunity to cultivate your skill. And if it's time for you to let go of a person, a relationship, a job, a situation, or a circumstance, you will know it. You won't be wondering about it. If it's time for you to let that relationship go, you will know it. And in most cases, what you're being asked to do is not let go of the relationship, but to let go of the form of the relationship. You may be in a form of relationship that needs to change, and the relationship could still be strong, but just the way that you're doing it has to be changed. But if you are being made aware of something by God, if you are being made aware of something by your higher self, it says you will know it in an instant. You will simply know. Revelation is knowledge. Revelation is knowledge, and knowledge is immediate. Revelation is knowledge, and knowledge is immediate. Revelation is knowledge, and knowledge is immediate. It's not going to come through analyzing, because like we were told earlier by another mighty companion, analyzing is paralyzing. Analyzing is paralyzing. It's not going to be done through the thinking mind. That's why we choose to say that it is through the heart. It is through the heart. It is through the heart. It is through the heart that you know God's will. So I say follow the path with heart. You have to start following the path of your heart and not your analytical mind. I'm not saying that it doesn't have a useful function, but it doesn't have a useful function as far as the level of spiritual awareness that we're talking about. And another thing we were told is that when you let go of your story, when you let go of the things you valued from the world, when you let go of the false beliefs of the world and the ego, you will discover that it gets easier and easier and easier and easier. If it's getting harder and harder and harder, you're not applying the truth yet. You may be thinking of applying the truth, you may be analyzing the truth, but when you apply the truth, it gets easier and easier. And when you get into the habit of letting go of anger, guilt, grievances in the past, and separation, it says you will find yourself carried in ways that you could never comprehend. Things are going to happen to you that are for your own best interest, that you could never comprehend. This next level of love is not something, this next level of awakening in love is not something that you can create yourself. You cannot do this by yourself. You cannot do this alone. You cannot do this by yourself. You can't do it alone. I'm sorry. You and your ego cannot continue on this journey. You and your story, you and thinking that you are self-sufficient and autonomous and on your own, and everything and everybody has to conform to your beliefs and the way that you do things. Your ego cannot go on this journey from here on out. It's the love in you that must go on this journey from here on out, and not the fear and guilt and ignorant self. That self cannot go any further, because you are on a journey that you could never comprehend. But your own wisdom is going to awaken even deeper. Also, you're going to have to realize you're going to have the opportunity to serve in a way that is pleasing and fulfilling to you. It's going to be like you stepped from a small room into a ballroom, a large ballroom of love. You're going from a small room to the ballroom of love. Do you know that you're going from the small room to the ballroom of love? And you're going to say things are better than they've ever been before. I can feel things are getting better than they ever have before. You haven't failed because something ended. You didn't fail because that job ended. You didn't fail because that relationship ended. You can't fail. You can't fail. Things can only end in an illusion. Things can only end in an illusion. They don't end in love. They don't end in reality. It's time for you to know the difference between form and content. When we go into the next section, which is going to be make a decision to view time differently, you might want to read that ahead on page 278 in the way of transformation, in the way of mastery. We're going to talk about content and form and the difference between that. Do you know that form is something that is born in time? form is something that is born in time. So anything that's born in time is going to end in time. So the body is something that was born in time. So the body will end. Just accept that. The body is going to end one day. Do you know that the only question is, how are you going to use your body right now? The only question is, how are you going to use your body right now? There are only two things you can do with your body. You can use your body for fear, or you can use your body for love. You can use your body for guilt, and you can use your body for innocence. You can use your body for limitation, or you can use your body for freedom. You can use your body for peace, or you can use your body for conflict. You can use your body for God, or you can use your body for the ego. You can use your body for joy, or you can use your body for pain. But the body itself is neutral. The body will end. So use your body for the purpose of the eternal, for the purpose of your awakening. Because I say it's time to go from the small room to the ballroom. It's time to go from the small room to the ballroom. Mighty companions, it has been such a pleasure. I needed this with you this evening. Those of you watching, please share the video. Make people aware of me and what I'm sharing. I want you to realize one thing. You are in the most important journey anyone can ever take. You are in the most important journey anyone can ever take. You are in the most important journey anyone can ever take. I am in the most important journey I can ever take. I am in the most important journey I can ever take. I am in the most important journey I can ever take. I am in the most important journey anyone can ever take. Anyone can ever take. All you mighty companions, I love the comments. I love you so much. I can feel you, I can feel you, I can feel you. Let me heal you. Let the God in me, the love in me come to you. Would you feel my love? Would you feel my love now? Would you feel the love? I want to be a conduit now. I feel your love. I can feel your love now. The purpose of the journey is to allow ourselves to be a conduit for truth and love. The purpose of this journey is not complicated. The purpose of this journey is to be the light, the love, and the truth in this world. Love y'all. We'll see you next time, and may the course be with you. Jamie, I love you. I love you. I feel your love, Dana. Absolutely. And I feel all of your love.